rod here. So today's job is to replace the 240 volt supply socket on the motorhome with a new one, because the hinge on the top is broken, and the new one I'm going to replace it with is one of these. This is a much more robust manufacture, or much more robustly manufactured, I should say, on the hinge bit. So I'll get on with it and I'll show you as I'm doing it. Job today is to replace this broken cover here, which I've repaired with 2 cable ties, if you can see that, with this nice new one, which is much more substantial, proper hinges. So we go inside and look at it in a bit more detail. We're now inside my motorhome and looking at the connection underneath. You can see there that it comes in with the cable. First problem is that this flange on the new one there is wider than that gap. But all I'll have to do now is move that supporting piece of wood there over to the left slightly, giving me enough gap on that left hand side there to fit that flange. And if we look at this box, this is identical in size, but it's a much better casing, much thicker, but also much better is the fact that the electrical connector has those 2 pins which fits in the top, plus there is a flange and a rubber seal. So first things first is to remove the wooden support, moving it to the left. There's only 1, 2, 3, 4 screws. That's the 4 screws out. Right, 1 hammer. Nothing's easy on motorhomes. That ain't going anywhere. Okay. So what we're going to do now is get this one off. And there's some sealer covering these holes, so we'll clear that first. It's just stuck in. So hopefully I'm going to find a way of getting this off now. This is not going to be easy. Okay, so what we're doing is I'm carefully cutting down behind the edge with a very thin knife. So this is proving to be a bit more of a difficult job than originally planned, because the sealer is gone all around the inside of the fitting as it goes through the panel wall thickness. So I'm going to have to carefully cut away inside the sealer. I've managed to loosen around the inside, all inside the van, and as you can see it's now loose. So I'll get the rest of this sealer off and this should then come out. There we go. So there we go. That's it out. So I shall now clean this all up, get all this old seek effects off, and then arrange to get the new one fitted on. The hole's nice and clean. So what I've got to do now is disconnect the electrics on this. The important thing to remember is the connections: brown, live and neutral. Sorry, brown, neutral and earth. And it's, I don't know if you can see that, but it's marked on the back there, live, neutral, earth. So we'll disconnect those wires. So that's that bit off, disconnected. Undo the clamp. So we've got that off. There's the cable. Wait for a poke in there for the time being. Out the way. What you want to check now is the fitting of our new cover. Here's the new cover with the new connector. So we'll take the flange off the back of it, and we have a nice perfect fit. So the first thing to do is to put sealer obviously all around that inside edge there, and around there, and then around there. Now we offer it all up. Push that into the opening. There's the completed one for the moment. All in. Power's back on. Just let the sealer set now. And then we go inside. What's left to do now is to put some sealer around it, and then I shall leave it to set, clean it all up, put the new flange on the inside.